Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last episode we acquired a new Guardian Force, and this episode we're gonna make Triple Triad great again. No, I'm just kidding. We are, however, gonna make the card game of Final Fantasy VIII easier to play, which is gonna work out because next episode I'm gonna be playing an awful lot of cards. So, first things first, you wanna head to the menu, and if the menu looks like it's freaking out at any point in time, that's just an issue either with Windows 10 or Fraps that I'm using. So if that happens, I apologize. So we want to Junction Quistis, and we're going to go to her Ability tab, and we're going to swap out Guardian... Oh, real quick though, I actually have to swap Guardian Forces, so let's see here. Junction Quistis, Junction GF, bye-bye Shiva, nope, Shiva, let's see. It's just the way I want this set up. So we're going to give Squall Shiva. We're going to take No, I don't want that. Take Quetzalcoatl off Squall. Let's see. So Magic, we'll just go Magic. Cure is probably the best for Spirit. And he's got Blizzard on his elemental attack. And yep, that's good. So we'll go to Quistis. Give her Quetzalcoatl. I don't think it really matters. We'll just give her Fire on her Magic stat. However, what I want with Quistis now, we're going to do Magic, we're going to do Draw, and we're going to use the card. And if you look at the help screen, you can see that it says it turns monsters into card. So, you're finally going to get to see what card looks like if you've never seen it. We're going to head back into the Fire Cavern, because there's a certain enemy that I want to turn into a card. There's actually two enemies you can turn into the specific card. I can only mod one of them, and I'll get to that in a second. So we're just going to run around in here, and the enemy I'm looking for is a bomb. Hopefully I get a bomb on the first crack. If not, I'll get a Buell, and I can explain. Or I'm just going to get red bats. Okay, so that's a Buell. So now a Buell, you can card this monster into the card I'm looking for. However, if you try to use card without damaging him, usually it will not work. So you saw how it missed. Well, the problem is, Quistis is so powerful that she will just she will kill the Buell in one hit, even without her critical. So let's see if I'm lying or if I'm telling the truth. Oh wow, okay. So she actually didn't kill the Buell. She's so powerful that it only has a couple hit points left. So now what you can do is you can mod it, and that's the way that card mod works. Or excuse me, that's the way card works. Once you reduce an enemy to 3/4 of its HP, 3/4 down, so that it's 1/4 of its HP, you can card it. And you saw that I used the card command, it turned it into a card, and it said received Buell card. So what happens is certain enemies in the game, in this case bombs and Buells, when you card them, they'll turn into bombs and Buell cards. However, and I found it to be 1 out of 7 to 1 out of 10, they have a, not a rare card, but a higher card, a boss card that we're going to fight later in the game that you may be able to card them into. So eventually, either one bomb or one Buell will give me a Krista card, and that's the reason that I'm going to be looking for bombs and Buells to card. Because eventually, even though sometimes it does take a lot of time, they will give me the Krista card that I'm looking for. Okay, so here's a bomb. Let's see. So we're going to have Quistis use her magic to scan the bomb. I think, okay, that's the bomb. These Buells are really annoying with their thunder magic, and it's funny, I tried to well, I'll tell you in a second. So 330 HP is how much the bomb has. So, Squall hopefully will not kill him with one hit. Let's see, I'm not going to use the trigger to see how much damage it does. Okay, so it took about 2/3 of his damage off. So we'll have Quistis try to use card. Like I said, your chances are best if you reduce them to 1/4 of their HP, but usually you get pretty good success after half. And right there, we received a Krista card. My second one. Normally I have to actually do a lot of carding to get the Krista card. So we'll just see if we can attack this Buell. Let's see if we can not kill him. You saw Quistis did 59 damage right there, so he has like 57 or 56 HP. So chances are you'll always kill the Buells. However, you shouldn't kill bombs, and I wasn't expecting to get that card in in my second game. So we'll just go here, go to card. I almost wonder if I should restart so I can explain it more. And you see right here, we have a level 6 boss card, the Krista card, which has some pretty good numbers, not as good as Ifrit. And the reason we got the Krista card is these cards that we got from that dude a couple episodes ago, they're garbage, and we don't want to lose all of our card games. And it's going to be a little bit before we get another rare card. So that just goes to show you that eventually if you card enough bombs, you will get a Krista card, which is a good card to use early on in the game. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go run around. I'm going to get a couple bomb cards, because I have my Ifrit card, I have my Krista card. Well, I want 3 more bomb cards. I mean, if I get another Krista card, great. But I want 3 more bomb cards just to give me a good starting deck, because like I said, next episode, we're going to be playing a whole lot of cards. So I'm going to get those cards, and I'll meet you outside of the fire cavern afterwards. Okay, and I figured I would show you a bomb by itself, just so I could explain the process a little more. So we know this bomb has around 330 HP. Squall has Blizzard on his weapon. Blizzard is an ice elemental, and a bomb is a fire elemental enemy. So having Blizzard on his weapon is going to do much more damage to the bomb than he originally would. So we've already reduced his HP down to 40, I forgot the number. Lower than 50, which is definitely 1/4 of his HP. So now all we have to do is card. He'll probably turn into a bomb card. I'd be very surprised if he turned into a Krista card. And yep, there we go. That's a bomb card. So that's card in a nutshell. I'm going to be explaining it again in the next part of this video. I just wanted to show you that you can card enemies, and if you notice, we didn't gain any experience. However, we gain the AP for our Guardian Forces, and that's something that I'll go over more in the next part of this video. So I'm just going to continue to get the bomb cards, and I'll see you guys when I'm done with that. Okay, so I've acquired my bomb cards. I'm just going to completely exit the fire cavern, and then I will show you my collection. I also want to point out that sometimes you won't be able to you won't be able to card the enemy in the very first attempt. Even if you've lowered his HP to 1/4 of his original HP, you may go and try to mob him, and it may not work. If that happens, don't get discouraged, don't hit him again. Just use it a second time, and second or third time should easily be carded into the card. So I just want to get a look at the beach, kind of off there. There we go. And just a quick look at the cards. So if we go to card, we can see that I have 3 bomb cards, and it's a level 4 monster. So I mean, it's not the best card, but it's good. It'll help us with what we need to do next episode. I have my Krista card and my Ifrit card, so I'll be pretty good for the what I want to win, like I said, the next episode. So to continue on with this episode, we're going to use that card command. However, we're going to use the command to learn abilities, and to do that we need to head to the beach. So once you've reached the beach, you want to run around, and you're going to encounter an enemy. So these enemies right here, they're Fastitocalons, I believe, is the name. And what they are is they're kind of like shark-type enemies that burrow under the ground. And they'll pop up after you do enough damage. And the good thing about these guys is they give you 3 AP each. So if you card both of them, you can get 6 HP or 6 AP to help you with the abilities you're trying to learn. So what I find best is we'll have Quistis hit 1, and then we'll have Squall hit 1. So she does 27 damage. Okay, so he pops up out of the ground. When they're out of the ground, you do a lot more damage than you do when they're in the ground. So I'm going to have Squall hit him with the trigger. That'll do 130. So that knocks him down to about 160. So we'll have Squall hit him again with the trigger. Okay. So that knocks, that does 180, about 280 damage. And Fastitocalons have about 360 hit points at this part. So after you do 250 damage, 250 to 300 damage, you can go ahead and you can use card. We'll see if it works the first time here. And there we go. Fastitocalon carded. So now we'll worry about the other one. We'll have Squall hit him under the ground. So he did 71 damage, and just a reminder that we want to do about 250 to 300 damage. So that's 71 damage. Quistis will hit him for 48, so that's about 120 damage. And Squall will do 115. So he's not quite ready to be carded. We'll have Quistis hit him once. Okay. So that should be enough damage. He's around the 300 mark as far as damage goes. So he should only have between like 60 and 100 HP left. So we'll go and we'll try to card him again. And just like that, it's incredibly easy. 2 Fastitocalon F cards. And for our trouble, we get 2 Fish Fin, which will eventually be able to turn into water. The spell water, and we get 6 AP. So that's pretty nice. So let's just go check our GFs, make sure everyone's learning something we need them to. Quetzalcoatl is learning card mod. You don't have to do this. You don't have to learn these abilities right now. There's a part coming up in the game where we're going to be grinding levels, and you will be able to learn these abilities if you don't. However, I find it makes, if you learn certain abilities now, it'll make it that easier later. So what I would learn with Quetzalcoatl, I would learn card mod, and then Thunder, Magic, Refine. And if you want to, you can learn Hit Point Junction and Vitality Junction. But like I said, we'll be learning those eventually. Shiva, on the other hand, she's almost done with Strength Junction. So after that, I want her to learn Ice Magic Refine. Now you can see she only has 1 hit point left for Strength Junction. So I'm actually going to go out, run in the field, kill a Bite Bug, and then I'll be back to set her up to Ice Magic Refine, which will be the next thing we want to learn. Because that'll also help us get the water spell from the Fish Fins. And Ifrit is just learning HP Junction, and after that we'll probably learn Fire Magic Refine. So, real quick, I'm just going to go kill a Bite Bug in the field, and I'll be back and I'll show you another fight with the Fastitocalon. So just in case you're a little unclear of what to do, I'll be able to show you how to do it again. And I'm back. Shiva learned Strength Junction, and now I have her learning Ice Magic Refine. Now some of you may be saying, wait a minute, both Ifrit and Shiva have Strength Junction, and they're both on Squall. Why don't you give one to Quistis? And the reason for that is this part, I need a character who's relatively weak as far as strength goes, because I don't want to kill these Fastitocalons. While I said I don't care about my level so much, I do want to keep them kind of low for the beginning. So I don't want to kill them, and if I have 2 characters with strong attacks, you may be stuck in a limbo where you don't have enough damage done to card the enemy, yet anyone that hits the enemy is going to kill it. And Quistis also, I don't have control over her potential critical hit. With Squall I do, I can choose to use the trigger or not. You never know, you could have someone down, Quistis goes to hit him, uses her critical attack, and kills him. So that's why I'm going to keep them both on Squall for now. Eventually everyone will have Strength Junction, and everyone will have a real powerful spell. So I'm just going to run along the beach. I'm going to do one more fight, just to show you guys. And just keep in mind, on Balamb Beach, or whatever the name of the beach is, this is the only enemy that you can encounter. So we'll hit with Squall, and under the sand, he does 108 damage. Well, Fastitocalons are weak to thunder, so I have Thunder junction to Squall's elemental attack. Just like I had Blizzard junction to his elemental attack when we were fighting the bombs in the earlier part of this episode. Okay, so he's done about 260 in damage. And remember, these guys have about 360, so we'll have Quistis try to card him. If it doesn't work, okay, so we're going to have Quistis hit him once more. So we're going to have Squall hit the other Fastitocalon. Does a nice 114 damage. So we'll have Quistis hit this one again. Don't get a critical, please. Okay. And now we'll just, once again, have Squall hit the other one. Okay. So that's about 100 or 220 damage. So we'll have Quistis hit that Fastitocalon when she has a minute. But first things first, we want her to card the other one. Okay, so there's one card. So we got this Fastitocalon down to... He's 2 of 20, so he's about down to 140. So we should be good. But just to make sure, we'll have Quistis hit him once. Okay, so she did 50. So I want to have her hit once more, because that puts him at about 270 damage. Okay, so that puts him right around the 300, 320 damage, which should be enough to card him. Wow. Hopefully Squall doesn't die. So real quickly, we're going to have Quistis card this Fastitocalon. We're going to have Squall use a potion to heal himself, just in case this thing wanted to kill us. Now here's the spot where you've done enough damage, you don't want to hit him once more. It just didn't use, and see, we would have died there, so that was smart. You just want to use card again, because we've done enough damage, it just doesn't work 100% of the time on the first try. So there we go. We got another Fastitocalon card. Couple more fish fins, and 6 more AP. Now if you notice, our health got really low, and you might be wondering, what am I supposed to do if my health gets really low, and I don't want to use my cure spells, and I don't want to have to go run to the forest to find a Caterpie? Well, all you have to do is run to the road. I hope I make it to the road. Okay, so this is the Balamb Garden to the town of Balamb Road, and you won't get into any encounters while you're on it. If you find your health points are hitting low, all you gotta do is run along the path-ish, and we'll just run into the town of Balaam. I really like the music in the town of Balaam. Talk to this guy. Now you and your girl are going to go with your band. Okay. We'll talk to his girl in a little bit. She has certain cards that we want. However, what we want to do right now is we're going to go in here, and this is the hotel. So even though we're supposed to meet back at school for the seat exam, well, why not just spend the night in Balaam with our instructor? And there we go. So we spent the night. We're all nice, rested, and healed up, as you can see. And over in... Hey, move, Quistis. If you look on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see something on this table. It's an old issue of Timber Maniacs. Now, if we go to tutorial, I don't think we can do it yet. No. Timber Maniacs are old magazines, basically, of a journalist, and we can go to our console in the classroom, and that's where we can read about what we read in Timber Maniacs. You don't get to hold on to the magazine. Now, some of you might say, hey, I never found one in the hotel, but I found one in the train station. Balaam, the town of Balaam, has 2 Timber Maniacs, but they're the same thing. So you can read either the one in the hotel or the one in the train station. They'll give you the same info, no big deal. So now that we're all nice and healed up, we're going to head back to the beach. I'll do a shortcut. Alright, made it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get into a whole bunch of fights. I'm going to card the Fastitocalons, and I'm going to learn at least card mod and at least the other two's first refine abilities, just so I can show you what they are. So I'll be back once I've finished fighting Fastitocalons here like I said, we're going to be doing a whole lot of level grinding in a few episodes, so you don't have to do this now. It just, it makes it a little easier to have these abilities learned. Okay guys, and one thing I wanted to point out real quick, the reason you're able to use the inn is you can see at the lower right-hand corner, I already have 4,900 gil. Final Fantasy VIII, you actually start out with money, which is very nice. You don't have to worry about getting gil at the start. So, what we're going to do is, we spent the night, so Squall's now all healed up, and if you wanted to, you could actually go over here. Oh, that's the, this is the junk shop. This is to upgrade weapons. My bad. I've played this game enough, you would think I would know that. Yeah, you can go here and talk to the store owner. And if you don't want to run back and use the inn, you can buy potions, you can buy some antidotes, some eye drops, some softs, even remedies and tents. Well, we're not going to worry about that just yet. And we won't worry about that lady right there, who will become important in the game early on and much later. So, you start out with gil, you can do whatever you want with that 5,000 gil. Eventually, we will need to get 3,000 gil for a mission. However, by that point in time, we will be getting our seed salary. So I just wanted to point that out. And I'm going to go back to learning my abilities. And with that carding, that should be the last card that I need to do, because that should get me the 30 AP points I require for Thunder Magic Refine. So, no experience, couple fish fins, 6 AP, and there we go, Thunder Magic Refine. So we'll just go to Quistis real quick. And we'll have him start learning HP. Actually, we'll let him start learning Min-Mag. I'm not really going to use it. Well, I might. Okay, so I've done all the ability point grinding I want to do. And now these four right here are what I would call the essential abilities to learn. Lightning, Wind Magic from Thunder Magic Refine. Ice, Water Magic from Ice Magic Refine. Fire Magic from an item. And Card Mod. Now what does Card Mod do? Well, if you use Card Mod, you can see one Gizzard card will refine into 5 screws. 5 Fastitocalon cards will refine into 1 water crystal. The bombs will refine into bomb fragments. The Krista card will refine into 10 holy stones. And the Ifrit card will refine into 3 elemental attacks, which will teach your Guardian Force elemental attack. Now, I don't want to do anything with those just yet, but I want to show you. So, for instance, you can go to Fish Fins with Ice Magic Refine, right here. You can do an M-Stone piece that'll give you Blizzards. However, you can go to Fish Fins. 1 Fish Fin will refine into 20 waters. So, yep, we'll give 100 water to Squall, and 100 water to Quistis. And just to show you real quick, you go to Junction Magic. Water will boost his strength, his vitality, his health. I mean, we could even put Cure up here and boost his health a lot early on in the game, but we'll settle for water. So that's pretty nice, and that's what's good about Card Mod. Or, that's actually Ice Magic Refine. Now, if we go to Card Mod, we could refine 5 Fastitocalon cards into a water crystal, and it could give us 50 waters, so it's pretty much the same thing. However, there are going to be things we are going to want to card mod, but that's going to take place in next episode. So next episode, I'm going to head off to Balamb Garden. We'll depart Quistis. She'll go to change for the seed exam, and it's going to be time for us to do the seed exam, but we have a hell of a lot of cards to play. So that episode, I'm going to go over Triple Triad. I'm going to show you the rare cards you can win. I'm going to show you the guys you want to play for cards. I'm going to list all the cards that you want. And we'll even begin talking about the mysterious Queen of Cards. So, that's it for this episode. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. Also, I do have individual videos on learning abilities and getting the Krista card, and I'll link those in the description. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.